All right, I am just checking in with everyone. We have about 2 weeks left, and I just wanted to go over a couple things. So, if you have been consistent for 6 weeks straight on cutting, we are going to learn to reverse together. If you've not been consistent, you do not need to reverse, or if you still feel fine and you don't want to go down this route, we're not making you. But this will be important information because what is happening is we talked about our metabolism being super resilient and following us. So I have a dog sniffing me right now. And so what we've done is we've cut, and now our metabolism's been running, and it's saying, oh, okay, we're kind of cutting. And then what we're gonna do is rev that metabolism back up by reversing. So how we reverse, that number before we cut 20% out, right? We did our BMR, what we need to live, then we added our exercise, and then that total is what we're gonna work back up to before we took 20% out. Now, we can either jump back up if you are dealing with, if you're pregnant or have adrenal issues, we would jump you back up kind of quickly. For the rest of us, what we're gonna do is every week until we get back to maintenance, we're gonna add 100 calories of carbohydrates or fats. I like to tell everyone carbohydrates because that's usually what our body is missing. So that converts to 24 grams of carbohydrates, all right? So this week, you're gonna go into MyFitnessPal and adjust your carbohydrates, add 24 grams of carbohydrates, and change your number at the top to have 100 more calories. That will balance you out in your totals. So you get 100% when you go to MyFitnessPal. And I want you to stay there 1 week. Now, what's gonna happen is your body's gonna increase carbs, so your weight may go up. So we're gonna eliminate the scale and we're gonna stick with our measurements. Now, what you do, your waist measurement will tell you if you're fine, if you're still reversing and it's not a big deal and your body's responding well. Okay, we'll discuss later about what that means, but you wanna make sure your waist measurement either stays stable or continue to shrink. There's a group of people that are just gonna stay steady wherever they're at. And then there's gonna be this fluke crazy group of people where the metabolism's gonna rev up and you're gonna still see your inches shrinking. Okay, this is what's the cool thing about the reverse. But right now, we're allowing that metabolism to rev back up, which is revving up our thyroid glands, our thyroid function, and our hormones, okay? Huge wins on reverses. So I wanna do it together so that you guys, when you're on your own, unless you join me for another 8 weeks and need some more coaching, you can know, hey, I can cut 20%, and I'm gonna go for a 16-week cut or an 8-week cut, and then I'm gonna reverse. Okay, so this is the tips that you need on reversing.